The Mariety Show presents.
We work. This is how we man down. This is how we work. This is how we work.
Last time on the Mariety Show, Mariah spoke with Nico and Smiley Face Guy. We got a feel for what everybody has been up to in these past few weeks. Mariah brought up Blockbuster. Smiley had a smelly locker in high school. And Mariah made me look at the picture of that fucking bagel. And dear sweet Nico kept being handsome and funny. What else is new? If there's variety, you know it's Mariety. So Mariah, take it away.
Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to Mariety Show's How We Work. What's up, everyone that's in this Discord call right now? It sounds so sad. We got a couple people I know here. They're like, oh yeah, I really want to show her how we work. So let's just go. I'm just going from left to right. I'm not playing favorites just because he's my brother, but I see Peyton first on my screen. Huh?
That's me. That's rigged.
Yeah, rigged, sorry. Peyton can go first. State your name and occupation.
Oh, my fault. Well, I'm Peyton, or as more of you probably know me, brother guest. I was on what was it, the 4th episode?
Yeah.
I'm a recurring character now, so
Oh yeah.
I'm in the lore, write it in the wiki. I'm there.
Oh yeah, someone has a job for that now. All crap is making the wiki page.
Yeah.
Gotta tell him to put it in there.
Yeah.
His selfless sacrifice will benefit.
That's kind of awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm brother to Bogflop here, or Doyle in the Discord, or whatever you want to be called. I don't know.
Mariah Boggs.
Mariety. That's Mariah Boggs. Yeah.
I got a lot
I
of
thought
names.
your name was Mariah Chang.
And Mariah Chang. I'm
And-
known differently
yeah.
at different places.
Oh, internationally, it's a different name.
What?
But I am
Oh, never mind.
I don't know. That was your joke.
What?
I am a service advisor at a car dealership. So, yeah, that's my job. That's what I do. I talk to people about their car, and a lot of the time they are stupid.
Oh
Can I
my
say,
god! I don't know if
the
you should.
R word?
Oh gosh. Okay, next.
Oh no!
You just specify next.
We'll get down to it here in a minute. But
We'll get to the
people
details.
people don't know shit about their cars.
Hey, don't show this to any of your future employers. This will not look good on your resume. Okay, Pasty is next.
Hey, howdy. My name's Pasty. I'm a nobody. I will work as a driver for a gun parts company, and that's all I will really get into for that.
For the
Are you
rest
being
of the
purposefully
show.
vague?
I'm just gonna sit here and listen.
Yeah, I
but
drive
no.
guns around town. That's about it.
I deliver them. I'm just like, oh,
like
you
Uber.
look like you need one. Here you go. But no, it's mostly just I do a lot more things than that. But that's like the main title.
Nice. And we got ex-freezer guy. He used to work at a store that shall not be named.
Oh, you can name it now. I don't
Oh.
really give two shits or a fuck since I'm not employed there anymore.
Well, he used to work at
But-
Publix in the freezer department.
Yeah, I ran the freezer at my particular store, and now I work for a college as an operations and events coordinator, where I plan events for the department and I manage an office. It's yes.
Pretty straightforward. Pretty fun sounding too. He showed me his office. I'm like, what the hell? I want an office. I'm in one of those like open rooms where like it's like half cubicles.
Like the
It's kinda
cubicle?
weird. It's not even like a full cubicle. I kind of wish I had my own cubicle. That would be nice. But not even a full cubicle. It's like an open computer plan. It's like, eh.
An open office plan,
Yeah.
like you'd see in Silicon Valley, kind of.
Yeah. But ex-freezer guys on the previous How We Work episodes, he shared his backstory, and
My
it made me really
story.
sad. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was like, fuck. But he's a good guy. He's had some good times, and I'm glad he found a job that at least seems like it's way better than doing all this fucking physical work and having the medical issues. You said you had
Yeah. It's
seizures,
interesting. What's
right?
that? Yeah, I got
Okay, yeah.
diagnosed with epilepsy at 22, about a month away from graduating. Just to the other two guys. I don't know if you guys have seen the episode or not.
I did,
That's
yeah.
what. Yeah. And I got medically
So it's a bit
disqualified
of
from my
a-
degree program, or for the job that it would have led to.
Yes, this guy's had like some fucking times, and like I hate like even thinking about it. Like I think it caught me off guard when we originally spoke about it, because of course like we were just going to talk about the job and stuff, and of course you specifically, your life is kind of tied into your job. I mean, ours is too, but it influenced where you were at the time.
Yeah,
And
well,
so
I don't want to say we blame myself, but it's like I gotten to I was really entrenched into a very niche program and job kind of what my degree led me to was very niche and specific and required me to be in good health, and that kind of ruined that, and that's not something anyone can really,
yeah.
you
But
you can't see that coming.
But you don't know you're
I
gonna
could-
develop, or you don't know if you have underlying health issues. Sometimes doctors
Oh
miss
no,
shit like
but
that all the time.
I also think I should have, and this is really advice I would give anyone if they ask me about going to college, is whatever you're going to do, make sure you have something to kind of back it up. Like, don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
That is what I did. Admittedly, because I thought that nothing like that would or could happen. But
Yeah. Yeah. Well, at least you did say you got some flight time though at some point.
yeah, but that I went into school to be a pilot.
Yeah.
I didn't end up leaving the school with the degree. I got a degree in air traffic control.
Mhm. I
But
still think it's cool you at least were like in the cockpit though. I at least got to experience something like that. I'm sure if there's some programs and you can like actually be in there to visit and stuff, but it's cool like,
Yeah.
just in hindsight like, hey, I was learning that stuff. But I'm glad you're back. I'm excited to hear more about your job and life and how everything's going on right now, because I know it's going to like again just be like a huge change than being like forced to work in the fucking freezer department and just stack shit up or put shit away. Like, I don't know.
You'd be surprised. Like, it's great and all, but like there's some trade-offs with things that I didn't consider.
Mhm.
Y-
Yeah. Well, I
Some
mean,
positive, some negative.
we could start with that.
Sure. Do you guys want me to go? Anyone else wanna?
Yeah, what are
I
the
don't wanna sit here
trade-offs
and
of
hog up.
everyone's job, like this one compared to other things? And if you haven't had another job, then just stay whatever you think is just good and bad, I guess. But I can imagine for the transitioning from a very physical job to a not as physical job that's also like I know
No,
when COVID hit,
that's
I gained
honestly,
weight.
dude. That's seriously one of the worst things I think right now. Is I was warned too. People in my office, again, they all warned me. You're gonna start they call it the spread because it
Oh
happens,
no.
and I've definitely noticed it too. And it's hard. I really miss the fact that my job also had that added bonus of keeping me in shape.
Mhm.
And I realize how hard it is now. Like, much hard. I never went to the gym really before. I didn't really feel like I needed to. I don't know if you guys, with the more particularly physically difficult part of your job, if you have one, gives that to y'all. But I didn't realize how much it was until I had to try to find time after work to go to the gym every day.
Yeah.
And I never understood really the difficulty of it until now.
I can interject on that.
Yes.
I go to the gym basically at minimum 5 times a week
Oh my
after
god.
work.
I could
I don't know
never.
how you do it.
Lots of, I guess, not to get too depressing, but it's always like a little bit of self-hatred. But
Oh.
Oh,
But-
you need some
something's
motivation.
Yeah, I was like gonna
Yeah.
say something needs to motivate you, you know?
but it works out, and it's helped me tremendously. But I am also physical at my job, so some days it's like I'll go a little light or something.
Yeah. Yeah, my job's not too physical. And more recently, I've found more physical things to do, and there's been a lot of movement going on, so I've been able to, like, do things, and I'm like, oh, nice, I feel good. And it's funny because, like, when I'm moving around more, I'm actually, like, less hungry, which makes no sense to me, but I'm like, whatever.
Like it's like you're distracting yourself almost.
Yeah,
like you can't get hungry because your mind's on something else.
I literally think that's it. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? But yeah, dude, that's definitely like one of the bad trade-offs, like the desk job thing. And sometimes I'm like, oh man, did I choose the right thing? But a lot of the things I would want to do that aren't this are still desk jobs. So it's like,
It's almost inevitable.
I know, it's so
Like-
sad. It's that meme, you know, the SpongeBob thing where he's in the car and he's driving
Yeah, and
to
then
work.
in the office.
Yeah.
He's like, "Good night, honey."
You guys watch American Dad? It's like the march. Oh yeah, the march.
Oh yeah.
I've never
I
seen.
love American Dad.
I've seen like
American
one
Dad's the
episode.
It's
But-
probably my favorite of his shows because it's, I don't know. I'm not going to get into American Dad segment.
No, go ahead.
No, you-
I don't care.
I like it because mainly what drives me away from Family Guy are the cutaways. And American Dad doesn't have any of that. It's all like one kind of connected story.
Oh,
which
I
is
really
nice.
haven't watched it then. I thought I had watched more than a couple episodes, so I just said one.
Well,
to
the
be
first
safe,
four,
but-
3 or 4 seasons are not the best. Which is like
Definitely not.
inverse Family Guy. It used to be like really topic heavy, like current events and pop culture stuff.
Mhm.
And then after a certain point, they kind of got away from that, and that's when it gets really good.
Yeah, my favorite's the like where Jesus comes back, the whole
that's an early
rapture.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was probably one of my favorites.
Did you know? Oh my God, what's his name? I can't remember the actor's name, but the dude who was Jake Peralta from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh yeah. I know. Who you're
Andy
talking about.
Samberg. Andy
Yep.
Samberg. Andy Samberg voiced the Antichrist in that episode.
Really, I didn't even realize, and
Yeah.
I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine also.
Oh my goodness.
That's awesome.
I don't even
Sorry,
know
that's
where
a bit
I
of
know
a tangent.
Andy
Yeah.
Samberg from. He's the Lonely Island guy, actually.
He is
right?
the Lonely Island.
Oh,
guy,
okay,
yeah.
that's what I know him from. I'm like, I know he's in that show Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but I'm like, I knew him before that from somewhere, and I always get him confused with the guy that played in the Facebook movie,
I know who you're talking about. Jesse.
Pinkman.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. No, yeah, it's
Jesse Pinkman, yeah.
it's Jesse something. I don't know. Stein. No.
Yep, that's the one. Right?
Steinberg or something? I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be like, maybe
thought
that's
it was-
not good if I said that and that was wrong.
I don't know enough to tell you your names, but
And I'm not gonna say why it's maybe not good if I said that and it was wrong, but I think that's his last name. I'm pretty
I
sure.
think I knows what you mean.
Oh my god. Anyway, it's now time for a quick break.
Hey, everybody, don't you know the game Mariah Money, now they're on the show. Let's hear all the footballers' names. Hey, give her money.
Shout out to Zag the Wag for making that song for me. We're going to hear that every day now, every time we listen to one of the Mariety Show episodes. But I'm going to shout out the Fourth Wallers as of today. So we have Christen's, Pacey, Zag the Wag, Solfin, Frosted564, Caps, Not Tommy C, Big 8, Matt Cat, and Duchess of New Jersey. Thank you so much, guys. And here's a review of one of our shirts that came out. Go check it out. The Mariety Show -shop.fourthwall.com. The links in the description.
I just got my Mariety Show t-shirt and it is fantastic. It's comfortable, excellent quality, and it's a perfect fit. This very well may be the last t-shirt I ever buy. I would highly recommend getting yours today.
Hey Solfin, thanks for that awesome review.
Oh, this t-shirt's awesome! I love the Mariety Show!
Now, let's get back to the Mariety Show. Anyone else have trade-offs for their job? Like, I'm sure there's more than just, that is a big one, though, that
I don't know, it's a pretty massive one to me.
For my job specifically, because I didn't start out as what I am right now. It was a lot of growth. So there was growth room, which was great.
Mm-hmm.
But negatives are... Sometimes it's super, super slow. And, oh my god, it drives me insane.
Yeah, I realized I'm a person that... I hate to say it like this. It sounds like I'm in a job interview, but, like, thrives off of stressful situations because I'm like...
Yeah.
I need to get it done, and it's here, and if I don't do it, then... Not my job is in jeopardy, but I don't want to get in trouble. But it's also stressful, of course, because it's a stressful situation. So there's some jobs that are like that all the time. It's like, and then I've had my time for the job to slow down. But then, yeah, I start getting bored after a while. At first, I'm like, okay, this is nice. I can relax. I can breathe.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes I'm just like, okay, this is too much relaxing and breathing. I need to be doing something. And some people
totally get that.
really take advantage and don't feel bad about it, but I actually kind of feel bad. I'm like, okay, I've done everything I possibly can.
That's interesting because when I worked at Publix, it was always like I had to spend every second working at 100% to get done on time.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's a complete opposite in the office job where if I get too much done too quickly, I have to like fill in the gaps, almost like busy work.
Yeah. That's
You can really
where...
mess with you.
Oh, no, yeah, it's that thing that people say something about like looking busy, and I hate it so much because it's like, then what's even the point of like just give more work? But then I see if there's always work, it's stressful. So it's like there's no good medium, but I just like looking busy, I just hate that. Like then you're just getting paid to...
You literally have to find something
Yeah.
to do, and it's like, all right, I guess I'll sweep this spot for like 20 minutes. It's like,
That's what I did
Yeah.
when I worked at freaking where did I say I worked? I was working at Staples part-time. And I was literally just like checking out people, and then when there wasn't anyone to check out, I was standing there, and then I'm like, well, let me just get the broom, and those floors were
Yep.
always dirty. So
Yeah.
even if I just swept that spot, there was still more dust there. It was disgusting. So I'm like, well, at least I'm not sweeping nothing. But yeah, I literally just took the broom and I just started sweeping if I got bored. But
It is fun how simple it can be. Like,
Yes.
just stay busy. Just go
Yes.
sweep some shit. I don't know. That's nice.
At my main job, I usually don't have a broom to sweep stuff up because we have like a staff for that. So it's like busy work on the
Yeah.
computer, and then I'm like, so I just have to stare at the screen when I don't know. And there's some things I can do sometimes that involve like physical things like reorganizing and doing stuff like that, but there's points that it's like it crosses over into now I have to get other people involved in doing this, and since I'm trying to find busy work to do and they may be doing actual stuff, now I feel like I'm going to be annoying because I'm asking them questions about just can I touch these cords and move them somewhere else? Like I don't know. But yeah. I hate it, but I love it. I just hate the concept where it's like we don't have work to fill up all their time, or someone gets mad at you if like there's just no work. Like I don't know.
Oh yeah, those people will get mad at you for some reason. It's like,
Yeah, and if there's no work, there's no work. And I
like, what do you
understand the
want me
idea
to do?
of
A flip?
I get the idea of making work, but also it's like, no, but you're also my employer, so you should kind of give me something to do.
No, definitely.
Yeah, but
I hate the idea that you have to like if there's like you go to your boss and even be like, can I help with something, and they're just, or they don't give you anything. It's like, okay, what do you need me here for?
Oh yeah, I've definitely done is there anything, and they say that, if you don't have anything fine to do, you can always ask, and I've done that, and people are like, no, 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 and it's like, oh my gosh, so now I have to sit here and act like I'm doing something. And like the other day my desk had like stuff all over it. It's been there for a while, and I'm like, okay, I'm finally gonna clean this off, and it took however long. I'm like, I need something, and it's just like no one had anything going on, so I'm like, okay, now I have to just, I don't know, it just give me a task.
I get what you're saying.
Just tell me something.
Yeah, but sorry, I'm rambling a little bit.
That's what the show's for.
It's your show, Mariah.
I do be rambling though.
You can ramble on your own show.
No, I don't feel like it anymore. I don't wanna. You guys can take it away. No, I'm just kidding. What about you, Peyton? Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Hi.
I'm trying to stay awake because I'm tired.
Bro, come on.
You work overnight?
No,
Oh, fair
no,
enough.
no. My job, we closed around 9 o'clock usually. So yeah, but I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I don't have those problems because everything we have is actual like customer based.
Yeah.
They come
Yeah.
in, you know, they want to get oil changes, things like that. And whenever there's nobody there, there's nobody there. We can't do anything. There's no more work for us to get. Our work is people coming in. So, like, no matter if there's or if there's not work or not people there, our managers basically, if we're on our phones and there's nobody in there, I mean, he's cool with it because there's nothing that we can do about it.
I wish that were me.
But
The
You say that
customer-
until you have to be doing an oil change.
Yeah. The dealing with customers
Well-
though is one. I mean, I deal with employees, but dealing with customers is the one trade-off though that I think everyone usually, once they finally get into a role without customers, they're like, I never want to deal with customers again. I like dealing with customers, but for the most part, I would rather not. I mean, if I had to again, I would, but that is one of the big...
Oh yeah.
That's a massive perk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so draining.
Yeah.
In the new role, I still deal with companies. Part of my job, our school does like a what do you call it? Like an expo,
Mm-hmm.
and
Like for art
it's
and
a
stuff.
hiring expo for the
Oh, never
students
mind.
to go, for companies to go there, and companies set up a booth and stuff,
Mhm.
and they can go there and try to get jobs and internships and interviews with like big companies in the aviation world. So, I don't remember how I was supposed to relate that to what you were saying. Oh, so like,
talking to people, customer
yeah, about the
service.
customer.
That's
Yeah, 'cause
okay.
you still have to talk to like corporate relations people and stuff. It's kind of like
Yeah.
on a higher level, but it's almost with like people who, it's not the general public, I think, is what can make it better.
Mhm.
Like
Oh,
it,
definitely.
Yeah. If
Yeah,
you're
it's
talking to
true.
somebody in that niche, like your niche of whatever you're working in,
yeah,
it's completely different from talking to somebody who, you know, works at Sonic and needs an oil change on their car. Like completely
Yeah.
different, because you're talking to somebody who just needs something done and just wants it done quick, versus
I
somebody
feel
who
like-
wants proper work.
that's fair.
Yeah, or
I
it's
feel
just
like
like,
also-
you know how they are, you know, just you know how it's like sometimes when you get the certain like it's like an old person customer, right? And they're like,
Yep.
I need this and this done, and then you're like talking to your manager or whatever, or you know, whatever outside entity, and it's like, yeah, you know, those old people like it this certain way. We got another one. But I mean, it's really how it is sometimes, and it's like customers can be put into those different categories, but at least it's good because you start to learn how everyone's gonna act. And like again, when I was at Staples, it's like every time an old person comes up and they're like, I need something printed or whatever, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to show them how to send an email. Like I know every time. So it's nice when other people know that and you can talk to them, and it's usually way better when you're like talking. I not like I'm some person in a suit and stuff, but you know what I mean, just like talking business to someone else who's also trying to talk business with you, and it makes a huge difference.
Like someone who's at the same level of competence.
Yeah, exactly.
Almost. It's
Yeah.
weird to put it like that, but it's really almost what it feels like.
Yeah, I mean, customers, I mean, which makes sense. Customers would usually think you are the service, and you are, you know, but some people...
You're like a representative.
Yeah, and some people make
You're
it
not-
way too difficult for zero reason at all.
Gosh, I have some like previous work stories with customers, and some of them are expecting way too much from me.
Do you have any specific ones?
So before my current job, not directly before, but I did some lawn care stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say the company I worked for. It's a nationwide company in America. True Green, if anyone's
Oh,
ever heard of it.
Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
It's awful. It's
All right, I'll write that down.
but they expect me to like know everything about their yard that's completely different.
Oh god.
About-
Are they like, my grass is actually Japanese grass, so you have to cut it at a certain length
like-
and use fertilizer and...
It's like, no, we do the standard grass that's in the state you're in. I think that goes around for every state, since there's different types of grass for each state usually.
Yeah, I would expect, like, if I'm hiring a service that I know is like a chain, that they're not going to specialize unless they specifically state we specialize in Japanese grass. I don't know the different kinds of grass or anything. I just keep saying Japanese grass.
All I
Place
remember
Japan.
is ryegrass and crabgrass, so that's all I remember.
Oh, is
I'm
crabgrass
kinda-
like just like the blunt blades, just like the normal one? I call it
Crabgrass is
normal.
like
I don't know.
thickish, kind of.
That may
It's been
not be
so
the one.
long. I tried to tune all that out. So
There was one person's yard I went in, and I don't know what it was, but it was very thin, soft grass. Oh my gosh. It was when I was like 10 years old. I wasn't just randomly going in people's yards. It was like my neighbor's yard. But oh my
let's
gosh,
imagine that.
it was the softest grass ever. I want to figure out what grass that is and have that at my house one day. I'll just go sleep in the grass. It was just so soft. I
Oh.
didn't know grass could be so soft.
Yeah, it's all depends on which one. But yeah, customers there, because you're going to customers' house, especially going to customers' houses is like the worst.
That sounds terrible. Like,
It's-
unironically.
It's terrifying, and like dealing with them, and the fact you don't know what the hell they're doing in their house.
Oh yeah, I
Uh,
never even thought about that. I was applying, not recently, this was like a while ago, because I wanted to get out of a job, and I was applying to like be a pool cleaner, and being a woman and going to people's houses, I was like, you know, I'll be outside, so maybe it'll be fine. So I would have probably went forward with it if they decided to hire me. But later on, when I started doing the IT stuff, a lot of the in-person jobs were like going into people's houses and like replacing routers, and I'm like, I do not want to
Yeah,
go in
I
there
don't know about
alone.
I don't know about that one, Big Chief.
Yeah.
I was like probably 19. I was 20, so I was younger than I am right now, and it was pretty creepy. Like, especially if there was this like older, like creepy woman staring at me.
Oh.
It's
Oh
like,
my god.
That's what the old ladies do. They're like, oh, look at that young handsome man mowing my lawn.
I'm like, oh, I don't want to.
Yeah,
I
I was like more afraid
What
of
do you
like
mean you don't want?
I hate
I don't want
those-
you. I'm sorry.
I hate the idea of those kind of things though, because I don't know if they give you like a certain part of your city to go to or what, but like I would be so afraid if like just some random person in the ghetto would just like be like, hey, and I'm like, oh, I do not fit the bill, and would stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
So I mean,
There's
I'm
also times
fine,
like that.
you know, going through if I have to, if I'm wearing the right stuff. Like, you don't want to walk through a place you're not sure about wearing clothes that don't fit in. I mean, it's usually for safety measures or just so people don't think you're trying to do anything bad, but but
Luckily, we had uniforms, so
that's good. Yeah, that could probably make you just more average standard, but
yeah.
yeah, I think again, like some of the jobs, like I'm like sometimes I wish I was a guy because I would love to do some of those jobs like that, but just being a girl, I'm like, it's probably not a good idea for safety reasons.
Yeah, definitely. Lots of horror stories on my end and from coworkers.
How,
Oh, dude,
how
I can
many-
imagine.
Yeah, how many more horror stories do you have that you've experienced?
I have a few close calls with like pit bulls.
Oh my, I didn't even think about that.
And
Oh, no.
I know like people. There's like not me. There's a coworker that a guy who got mad at him on the road, like road rage, and he followed him around. Like it was pretty. I remember the
Oh,
cops were
hell no.
called, but yeah.
Well,
my
some lady came into my work and she was talking about how she used to do Uber, and she's like, "Yeah, I only quit because literally someone got in the Uber and was like mugged her basically." Well, wait,
my
does
God.
mugging involve
Yep.
beating them up? They just stole her
No,
stuff,
not
but
all the time.
Okay, so
Oh,
she got
okay.
assaulted.
oh no, no, they did not beat her up. Sorry, they stole all her stuff, but they like stuck a gun to her head and everything. And I'm like, oh hell
Yeah.
no, Like Uber, I can see how it can be rewarding and stuff, but yeah, again, you don't know who you're picking up. But one of the ladies that
Uber,
comes,
you gotta be having fun. I feel like.
one of the
You gotta
ladies
be,
that,
you gotta be a special.
oh what?
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say
You
the
gotta be
lady.
like a special
No.
kind of person. God, right.
A special kind of person. Okay. sorry.
No, that's it. That's literally
Okay,
it.
okay.
That's all I
Sorry.
wanted to say.
My bad.
Especially those people in New York, because I went on a trip to Brooklyn before, and we took Ubers. It was terrifying.
Oh no. We took Ubers in when we visited Vegas, and they weren't weird or anything, the drivers or anything, but oh my god, they drive crazy in
Yeah.
Vegas. Oh man, I thought we were gonna die not die. I thought we were gonna get in an accident multiple times. Like it wasn't that bad. I felt like we were gonna die, but
My uncle was one of those drivers because as a little kid, we visited him. He lives near Vegas, and the way he drove scared the crap out of us.
it's so
It was pretty-
scary. And they were doing all the Formula One construction when we were there, so there was more traffic than normal.
Oh, so this was like a
I was last
Okay.
October, so
wow, yeah.
yeah, it was. It was. I was scared driving around in there. I'm like, oh please, no, we're just trying to go to TwitchCon. Stop. I was
It's
like,
TwitchCon.
that's not even the
Really?
original.
TwitchCon.
No, that's not the original reason we were there, but it just so happened to be the same weekend, so we got tickets so we could see
Sounds like dope
see
to me.
Wubby, pay money Wubby, nice guy. But
Shout out to Pay Money Wubby, apparently.
yeah, shout out to Pay Money Wubby. You're always welcome to come on How
If you're
We
out
Work.
there. I was about to say, if you're out there, man, feel free to come on, I guess.
Yeah, not on any of the mainline episodes. I'm reserving those for some other people.
For celebrities.
yeah.
Has there been any updates on the kebab?
No, I don't think there has been any updates. I swear he's like, yeah, there will be an update in a couple months, and then it never came out.
I mean,
looked it
well,
up.
the bounty. I don't think the bounty for the shit kebab has ever been claimed, so
Probably
it's
not.
kind of hard to give an update on
To
something that
to
you don't have an update on.
summarize, someone posted a photo
Mhm.
that's like this is my kebab, and it's like a Turkish. I don't know what kind of kebab it is. It's some kind of like Middle Eastern
Meat
food
on a stick.
kebab. Yeah, but it looks like just like shit on a stick. So Wubby made like a whole video on it, and they were trying to figure out what store it came from, or maybe they knew already. Whatever. What was the bounty for? Just to figure out where it
Just to
actually
find the
came from?
original picture. Because
They
if
have
they
the
found the
original
original,
picture.
no, like well, I guess who posted the original picture.
Oh, okay. Like,
You
to
know?
see if it was like actually real or fake. Like if it was
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. I
Because
didn't remember.
if I remember correctly, they got they found it on some like just dad's Google review profile, and then they tried to get him to respond, but he never responded. So I think they just put the bounty up after that.
Oh my god. Imagine having that job, just being like a cafe owner, and then someone's like, they give me a shit kebab. And
You think they even speaks English? Like,
Yeah, he was in the UK.
Oh.
If memory states, it was like 2 years ago. So like they had to have spoke a little bit of English. You can't run a store in English speaking countries without knowing English.
What a funny scenario. Oh, someone's angry. But what were we talking about? Oh yeah, customers, shit kebabs.
Shish kebab.
Shish kebab, shit kebab. Close
Well, I
enough.
mean, it was a shit kebab. It looked like a shit.
Anyone else have like crazy customer stories? Or even just like crazy employee stories? There must be like
Oh,
some.
well, this is kind of weird. This is before I worked at a grocery store, so I'm not originally from Florida. I lived in Pennsylvania
Wow.
until I was 18.
Fake.
But my senior year, I worked for a grocery store just part-time before I went to college and moved to Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And I was working the register, just chilling, scanning this dude's items. Just looked like a perfectly normal, like, older dude. Kind of looks like Wilford Brimley, but, you know, the diabetes dude, like a shorter
Yeah.
mustache. And once we finished the transaction, I handed him his receipt. He grabbed my hand and started trying to get me to pray with him.
Nope.
Just
Uh-oh.
really, just out of the blue. I really wish there was any like lead up to it or anything that could have made it
Like,
a little
he could have
more
asked you.
more entertaining. It was literally just kind of out of the blue, but it was weird. I don't know if the guy had like really genuinely had some issues or what, but the dude was trembling as he was doing it.
What did he say? Was he like, God,
Was he
help
speaking
this
in
human
pig
out?
tongue?
No, speaking in what?
Pig tongue.
No, not really. I mean, I don't remember, mostly because I feel like I was just so like, I'm a 17-year-old kid who's just he's getting paid minimum wage to operate this register. So it's just, I either was like in shock or just like,
Maybe he was cursing you. You just didn't know. No, I'm just
I
kidding.
was
Did
gonna
you
pull
pray
up an
with him?
American Dad scene that reminded me of it, but I'm not.
American Dad.
I know, dude.
It all goes back.
American Dad rules
I just-
the world.
I don't know. Didn't live in a particularly religious area or anything like that. I feel like, I guess even crazy people have to get groceries, you know.
Yeah. Oh God, I never even
Still.
thought about that. Yeah,
You know.
I've always thought being like a grocery store stalker would be. I mean, that's a stalker, so you don't really have to deal with customers.
even,
but like the
like, I
cashier.
feel like- Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just
You
gonna
first.
say the cashier. So this is gonna go with the. We're gonna do the back and forth again. The cashier thing, yeah. Even working at Staples, like there's our fair share of different people. Not as much, I mean, but it's usually people who are there and have been there and they know what they want and they check out, or they're asking all these. Well, I bought this printer and this, that, and whatever, and they're trying to figure out information. They have no idea what's going on, but. So there aren't many too offhand people there, but oh man, like working at like a Walmart or something, that would be an experience. Like just cashier at Walmart. Oh my God, they're forcing the self-checkout lines too at some of the Walmarts here. So I know people don't even go to the green light. They're just standing waiting for someone to show them around. Anyways,
It's weird on both sides because, like, up front they have to see everyone. Where I feel like if you're actually stalking on the floor, you get to avoid most people
Mm-hmm.
who don't walk past you, having been on both sides of it. Actually, it's nicer because when you're stocking the store, you can actually run to the back and you don't really have to spend as much FaceTime out with the customers. But if you're working front end or whatever they call it, if you're working register, you're forced to talk to and greet and interact with everyone that walks past you.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot more potential for shithousery to happen working at the register
Yeah.
just for sheer FaceTime alone.
Have you guys had any customers? And it's actually a surprise because, like, I know people have all kinds of different smells, but, like, some of my worst, like, and it's been, like, two instances where I, like, just have not felt good, but I pushed through, and it was, like, a very bad smelling customer that just smelled like cigarette smoke. Like, I've smelled other smells too,
yeah.
because I've worked in, like, some healthcare. And this one time I actually drove a patient home. My boss told me to, and unfortunately she had some issues and she didn't smell that good. So, and so
like you're
it's
being
like,
polite.
even that, like, I was just like, okay, I understand at least, but like, just the people who just straight up smell like cigarette smoke, and like there was one person who just smelled like he marinated in it, like he like hotboxed his
Ew.
truck and just like was sat in there for 2 weeks. And like, I it's kind of funny because like just the hint of like cigarette smoke, I'm like, it smells bad, but like it's kind of nostalgic just because like I think when I was growing up I smelled cigarettes or whatever. But when people are like marinating in it, man, I there have been like two instances I felt actually sick to my stomach, and I don't get sick like that. Have you guys like had any like cigarette smoking customers, I guess? And there are also, of course, the people who smell like obviously like weed. I'm like, oh my god, like really?
It's a lot more weed stories more than cigarettes for me.
Yeah.
Those
I
are
don't
always
neither, really.
those are always the weed smell is always great um whenever I'm in a car and it just hits you.
Oh yeah, nothing like a good AC filtered weed smell.
Yeah, and it's
Oh,
like
no.
and it's like you get pulled over, you are not getting out of that ticket.
It's all so awful.
Yeah, I just can't believe like I've I don't know. I think it's just people in general. I mean, it's not necessarily customers. It could be anyone, but I mean, usually the people I work with are good about their smells. Like there's always something in like a handbook where it's like don't use overbearing perfumes and scents and stuff like that.
Some people should though.
Yeah, no,
It's
I know.
weird.
At
It's weird
times,
in
but
the office.
I usually
The
work
office,
with.
I don't.
Oh, sorry.
We're gonna do this again.
No, go.
Okay.
You
I was
go.
about to say, the people who work at my office job, not at all. It's never an issue. But I had that issue a lot, even with not even with the customers, but more so with the people I worked with.
Yeah.
Working at Publix personally. Your mileage may vary, really, but man, especially it was more common with the overnight people.
Mm-hmm. Well, even
I
when
think-
I worked,
Overnight is definitely the worst.
Yeah.
I never even thought about that because even when I guess maybe my office jobs, people are more normal, but the customers are I don't know, they're not crazier, but the office job, I feel like people are generally follow the rules. Now, when I worked at Staples, yeah, there was definitely people who I worked with some girls actually. There were like way more girls than guys, but they usually
Don't
had
get me
like
started on that.
the scents, and I guess that's where some of these policies come from. They're just like doused in like perfume or something. I'm just like, oh my god, like it's so much. Please stop.
My at Publix, the entire crew that we worked with and had was like very, very, very heavily skewed men. But now I'm the only man essentially in my department out of 12. But like genuinely the only one. The rest they're over 35 women.
Oh my goodness. Well, that makes sense for education, I guess, but like I don't know. I was
That's what
thinking
everyone keeps
about
saying, but I don't know. It's still weird to me.
Yeah, I was thinking about my like line of working, I guess. Now I'm used to like, okay, I just expect to work with guys, but then
Yeah.
before it was like all ladies. I like worked with like one or two guys, and I work in my department with, I mean, it's a good mix, but before it was mainly guys. But the people I work with, it's just a mix of everyone, just because you know, I would
Talking about
service all my employees. I would service all my employees. So I mean, that's just a mix of all the departments. But there is the stereotype, like I guess what what different people gravitate to. So that's where it's like, okay, I would expect to work with, you know, women in some jobs and men in some jobs, but that is probably also a different a way different dynamic too for you. I don't know if you guys, if the rest of you have like mainly worked with women or mainly worked with guys, but it's different for many reasons.
Even the policies too, because I also manage. So our office, we have student employees, right? They work very, very part-time, like 20 to 25 hours a week, depending on circumstances. And there's a lot of things that, as a manager, my boss will, I don't want to say not allow me to do, but, or she's a little more, she'd rather take that and do it themselves, like enforcing dress code or things like that, just because of the nature of how it is, right? I think out of anyone who works in my department, there's me and one male student assistant, and the rest are all female. And the like, you know, in that kind of corporate setting, they want to make sure they, you know, there's essentially no liability, right?
Yeah.
I get it, but still.
Yeah. Let's see, who hasn't spoken? I feel like a teacher now. Which one of you is not read today? Peyton hasn't spoken a lot. What's going on with your job? What do you like? What do you not like? This is your. I forgot you had a job before this. So like, how do you compare them?
Job. This is much better for me. I don't know. No, I actually do know specifically why. I'm moving around more. It's just more in line with what I like. You know, cars are a lot more fun than pizza.
Yes.
So, yeah. I'll spill the beans. I work at a dealership.
Fancy.
So, yeah. And we are one of the most high volume dealerships in the entire country.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Damn.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So we get a lot of perks besides just, you know, the pay. My pay scale is completely different from what it was at the pizza place.
Nice. I assume that means better.
It's better. It's not only better because I'm working more hours doing all that stuff, but also all the extra stuff that we get, it's a lot better. We don't get a pizza party. We get an actual, like, catered stuff every month.
I miss stuff like that from my last job. That stuff was awesome.
We have stuff through our general manager of the entire dealership. We do this thing called a money roll. We get extra money through that. We have, basically, you roll dice, you gamble for money, but you don't put.
I love company sanctioned gambling, dude.
Yes, I love
that sounds great.
Gambling. One of my friends or one of my coworkers in our department, he got up to $3,600, and then he lost it all. So that's
hell!
Oh man!
Employee of the month.
Sounds like a terrible place to work.
Well, it's free. It's nothing to put in.
I know. God. I'm just joking.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, you wanted.
It's my time.
Sorry. Okay, go.
You really are siblings.
Where was I before I was rudely interrupted?
I don't know. Gambling. You know.
Employee of the month. Employee of the month. We have it for each department, and you get $500, and then you get to go to Taste of Texas, which is.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all have ever been to Taste of Texas. It is fucking expensive.
I've heard of it.
I've
No
never
idea.
heard of this.
Yeah, it's expensive. You're looking at about $70 a plate.
What in the world?
Yeah.
What kind of food is it?
Um,
Let me look it
Texas.
Texas food.
up. No way, Texas food is $70. Oh,
It's-
steakhouse. Oh, so it's like
uh,
Jackson's of Florida because I've visited Florida
Yeah.
before and they're like
Right.
expensive.
It's been a while. You know, around the Memorial City area, right?
I think so, yeah. There's a mall.
Yeah,
over there.
it's in that area.
Mm.
So it's in the it's pretty it's around the expensive places.
Oh yeah, I see. Well, hey,
Yeah.
if you get a 6-ounce center cut fillet, it's $44.
6 ounces.
Yeah. But you should get. It includes a salad, homemade breads, and
Oh,
a side
boy.
order.
It
not that
is
bad.
very good. You get to choose the steak itself.
Like
it's
you
really
like
good.
pick it out.
Like
Like
you
they
pick out
use-
the
Yeah,
cow?
you pick it out.
Or yeah, I was
Like
gonna
a cow?
say like it's like a
Basically.
Red Lobster where you used to pick out the lobster.
Yeah, like
You
kind
know?
of
I didn't realize how
kind of
messed up
it
that
is kind of the
Yeah,
same thing.
that's
You
so
do pick.
messed up.
They have all the cuts separated out, and you get to pick which
Oh,
specific one you want.
That's
Oh my
that's really
God.
cool. Unironically, that's really cool, but it's
Yeah.
kind of
Dang.
fucked up.
I want to go there
Yeah.
next time I'm over.
Oh, wait, are you talking about Red Lobster or Taste of Texas?
More Red Lobster.
Yeah, Red Lobster is pretty fucked up. I want that one. They just dunked their hand in.
I'm gonna have to go there. Did you win Employee of the Month, or are you waiting?
Yeah,
to...
yeah.
What?
I did
Nice.
in what was it, June?
What?
Something like
Well, congratulations. Why didn't I freaking
Yeah, why
hear
didn't you
about
tell
this?
us?
What the heck?
We would have
What,
thrown
us?
a party
What?
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all need to
Us.
know. Come on.
God, I can't.
Well,
believe...
I'll tell y'all next time something cool
Okay,
happens.
well, tell me what you ordered.
But-
Now I'm interested.
What did I order?
Yeah,
I
did
ordered...
they pay for everything? Like you can't. Just
Yeah, they
buy...
paid for everything.
Like you can't just buy like 5 steaks, right? They're just like one entree.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Okay.
They're not gonna say, "Oh, just go buck wild," but yeah, they got us everything. There were some appetizers, main course, and then we got some dessert afterwards. I got a good little cheesecake. It was good.
What? So what was your main course? Did you get the biggest
Main
steak?
steak. Yeah, I got
The 14
it
ounce
was-
center cut fillet?
no.
Oh, sorry, I'm just reading the menu.
Shit, I can't think of which one it was. I think it was.
steak's so bad.
I think it was the 8-ounce. I want to say
They don't
8-ounce
have
sirloin.
an- They don't have an 8. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm not looking at the right
I don't
spot.
know. I
Is
can't.
Is prime rib kind of like not like steak? I feel like I had
No,
it before.
it's
and
completely different.
I feel like it tasted like pot roast almost.
It is.
Okay, so it is. See, okay, then someone was telling me, oh, they got some good prime rib at this place. I'm like, no,
I mean,
I'm
it's,
good
I think
because
it's the same cut of meat used in the same dish or the different dish, if that makes sense.
it's just not right to me. It's not steak. Like I said something about steak, and they told me to go get some prime rib. I'm like, no, that's pot roast.
That
Steak is
sounds
subjective,
like
is what you're
that
saying.
sounds like some Midwestern kind of shit.
It
Well,
does.
we got people from all over here. I don't freaking know. They don't,
Yeah,
I don't know what some.
I don't want to say.
Steak is
anything
subjective.
too bad. I don't want to say anything too bad on the pod. Don't want to get you banned.
Did Taste of Texas have a dress code?
Probably, but
What'd you wear?
I wore a t-shirt and some Vans and some blue jeans.
No, wait.
I-
Did you go with your bosses?
Yeah,
And you wore a t-shirt.
yeah.
It's
I mean, he
okay.
doesn't have to.
Look,
he doesn't have to
look,
dress
all right,
nicely.
all right,
It's
all
not
right,
like
all
a
right.
business
Calm down
event.
for a second. Calm down for a second. We also had a technician in there wearing his technician uniform. So
That goes hard.
Fine.
It's a flex. Like I was working. Why aren't you guys?
like,
I'm-
yeah,
Usually
well, it was
places
my
like
day
that
off,
have
so-
like a dress code or something.
yeah,
That's
they
what
do
I was
have a
wondering.
dress code,
The-
but
What?
Dog, he was a high roll. This was like over $1,000.
But you didn't dress up. I don't
No.
know. You're never winning Employee of the Month again. I'm just telling you. They think
Don't know
they
that.
think things like that. They're like, oh, he wore a t. I'm not saying it in a bad way. You did good. You're doing
No.
good at your job.
No,
I don't know how else to explain it. Like, okay, so this is how
No,
we work,
like,
right?
the people. I know this has been going on for a good minute, but the people at Taste of Texas didn't care about what we wore.
Okay, well now it's not about
Like-
Taste of Texas. It's about more than Taste of Texas.
Like, what is this about now? What?
Okay,
I'm
no, I'm
confused.
just saying, like, not like you made a bad impression. I'm not saying that. But
You're very invested.
if my boss invited me to a dinner, I'm gonna dress up in nicer clothes. Not like I'm going to a
I'd wear what's
ball.
comfy but appropriate.
It depends on the restaurant, I feel like.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's
Taste of
also fair.
Texas with the $70 plate. I'm wearing a nice
Yeah,
shirt,
so-
some
yeah.
slacks, and
Is the restaurant fancy though? I didn't think
It was
if a
kind
plate
of
is
fancy.
$70, I would assume. What did you
No,
say?
I've been to expensive places that aren't necessarily fancy. They're just
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah.
Well, either way, I feel like it's still one of those things where it's like, that's what I would do. I would, if my boss invited me anywhere to go eat, and they're like,
There's also
"Thanks for being
parts
a
guy
good
wearing-
employee," and I'll be like,
There's
"You're welcome." Oh God,
there's
I'm
a
burping
parts
so-
guy wearing a dry fit shirt and cargo pants.
Well, they suck too. I mean, they
Cargo
suck.
pants are brutal. I agree with Mariah on this one now. Cargo pants are brutal.
He was working that day.
Don't
this
care,
was
cargo
during the
pants, so
workday.
brutal.
He could have brought a change of clothes. I don't know. I mean, I guess if
We're-
if
alright.
your boss, well, if your boss is fine with that, that's good.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, in general, I mean, I don't know, maybe it must be different where I live, but I would, if my boss invited me out anywhere to go, like, let's have a dinner because you won employee of the month. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna, like, wear slacks and, like, a nice shirt and stuff. I don't care if it's, like, McDonald's. But
Oh, it's
also,
got-
that's
it-
me,
it really
like,
depends on
sucking up,
where.
I guess. I don't know. But I'm sure they would tell me if it was McDonald's beforehand. But I also, like, I don't
Corporate
know.
simp.
Corporate simp. Yeah.
I think.
If only it was
All
a
right.
corporation.
I'm just gonna say it. It's completely different from an outside point of view from what y'all are seeing versus all of the people there who have been there for multiple years, and like we all know each other basically.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know
It's-
each other
it's-
at my job, too.
Is it
I
all,
think it's
like-
just the
is
different...
it just a bunch of dudes?
It must be the different jobs, too. I mean,
What-
you're a car dealership. I'm not a car
Yeah,
dealership.
like car dealership, service department. Well, at least for what I do, service department, a lot more lax than sales or anything like that.
But if
Right.
in the future, if it's more like a let's talk about your future at the company, then yes, I would definitely wear a polo and
Why are they
stuff.
Why are they doing that at a restaurant?
I don't know. Some people do stuff different ways. Especially in
What?
Texas, they'll be like, let's take the boy out for a nice steak dinner.
What?
Let's see how he can work
Oh.
with us for
Is
the
that
rest
what-
of his
is that what you
life. Huh?
I asked if that was racist.
Well,
What, me
probably,
doing an
but
accent?
we.
Yeah,
I lived in
no
Texas
things
longer than
change,
he
isn't
had.
it?
But I'm glad you got employee of the month. I'm not mad at you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Clap, 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 clap.
Did anyone
but that's
else?
all-
Did anyone else tell you to wear a nice shirt?
No.
Okay, sorry.
Are you so hung up about the shirt?
Oh no.
I mean,
Again,
it wasn't
I
like
think it's
it
just 'cause
wasn't
he's my
like an
brother.
offensive shirt or anything like that. It was a. It had it. What? It
One of
was
those
I just-
skeleton shirts.
one of the wolf shirts.
Oh yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
No, it wasn't one of those. It was a Levi's shirt. So it wasn't
Okay, there's like I kind of get it. That's a little better.
it was. I think it was a plain Levi's shirt. Like it just had the
Yeah.
logo. It didn't have anything.
I think I was
any
thinking like a
graphics on it or
graphic
anything.
T-shirt, like a
Yeah, no,
like a,
no,
like
no.
a
I'm
Mario
not like
Kart shirt or something.
There you assume Mario Kart.
I'm too base to be here.
I think I'm just giving you a
Or
hard
a
time
Goku shirt.
because you're my brother, so I'm sorry. But
But
I'm sorry for the unsolicited advice there.
yeah.
I just need to watch out for you. It's my instinct. I have to make sure you're good, okay?
Mhm.
But you're
I get
good.
it. I get it.
You're good. You're good. You want employee of the
do you wanna
month.
hear
I
it?
haven't gotten that.
Do you want to hear what I actually do at my job on like a day-to-day basis?
Yeah.
I see.
Okay, so let's see. So we open up at 7 o'clock in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
and throughout the entire day, cars are coming in. So that's fun. Off the jump, off the cuff.
They're lining up.
You never
Yeah,
know
they're
what
lining
you're
up.
gonna
They're lining up outside. They're waiting to pounce on me. They're gonna run me over with their bald ass tires. Um. So yeah, basically the process for writing up a car, we go out there and greet people. We see what they need done. We get the information on the car, take pictures, and we get signatures. And then that's when it actually starts. Our technicians, for some reason, now they're actually rolling through cars. But before, holy shit! Oh my god, those technicians. Sometimes they were fucking slow.
Uh-oh.
Is that
Um,
purposeful, or is it just incompetence?
Both.
Yep.
That's fair.
Yeah. But that's the basic gist of writing up a car. In a usual day, I'll write up, I want to say anywhere from, just say 13, 15 on an average day, give or take. Which doesn't seem like much, but whenever sometimes you have like $200-$300 tickets and you have like $1,000 ticket, sometimes it just kind of adds up.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot that goes into it. And if you have multiple at one time, that's also that adds a bit of stress to it. It's not saying it's bad stress, kind of fun sometimes, but it is stressful.
Yes.
And I don't know if y'all saw it, but at last part of June, there was a CDK outage, which CDK is the main operation for dealerships. That went out on June.
That would affect
19th.
airports too, right?
No, that's July 19th.
That's different.
Oh,
Are you
there's-
talking about CrowdStrike?
Oh.
That's different.
Okay.
yeah,
that's
July
what I got
19th
confused.
was
different.
CrowdStrike. We were
Yeah.
at Universal that day, I remember
June
that.
19th
Yeah.
was
Oh.
CDK.
Don't tell me you
And
guys got hit twice, though, at the next month. You guys don't have...
No,
you
no,
don't
no,
have to
no,
answer
no,
that,
no,
I
no.
don't know.
No.
Okay.
We only had June.
That would suck.
Oh, but crazily enough, one of our ex coworkers, because of the CDK outage and the amount of tickets that he had, and not closing them on time whenever the rest of us did, he quit.
Oh.
Quit, got fired. I don't know what you want to call it, but he stormed out. So
Really?
yeah.
I love when people do that. They're like, think it's only
I-
them. It's like,
Yeah.
no, everyone else is doing it too. It's like, are you aware of
I did
what's
that
going
too.
on?
It was like the first part of July. He was called into a meeting because he was taking a long time to get these tickets even started, and he got called into this meeting. And halfway through, he asked to go to the restroom. He went to the restroom and he walked out. He just left.
Oh my god.
I did that when I quit Publix.
Publix is,
I
Publix
wish I
is
was
different,
lying.
though.
I guess.
Yeah.
Publix deserves that.
I really just I want to kind of air out this CDK stuff because
Yeah.
this really ticked me off. This really peeved my shorts or whatever you want to say.
What? It peed
really
in your
rough
But
under
shorts?
after
It peed in your shorts?
yeah, it peed in my shorts.
Normal. It's okay.
Whenever we got our systems back up at the very start of July, they gave us 2 days to get. I think I had like 130 work orders that I wrote up during the outage. They gave us 2 days to go into our system, manually open the tickets, make sure everything was right on the tickets, then manually close the tickets. They gave us 2 days to do
Oh my
130.
god.
Damn. It's like no time.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys
Yeah.
know
Somehow-
overtime. Lamau.
Well, we get paid commission, so
I see.
yeah. So we don't even
Wait,
get paid hourly.
commission for having people get their cars fixed?
Yeah.
Fict. I don't know why I said
Yeah,
fict.
we get paid 7% over or we get paid 7% anything after
Oh,
referral.
I thought it was like anyone you referred. I guess I don't know
Oh,
how
no.
commission works sometimes. I
You
usually think like,
did you assume it was like a pyramid scheme?
well, yeah, like anyone that only he brought in to get it fixed, not like
Hey
every
Doyle.
card that
Hey
comes
Doyle,
to
if you
His-
need Doyle, do you need your car fixed? I got 4 TPMS sensors.
Oh, you scared me. I thought it was a joke. I didn't want to say anything. I thought it was
Oh,
like, is the refrigerator
internet
running
shitting?
joke? I was
Oh,
confused.
wait.
Oh, do those usually confuse you?
Well, just thought it would
1
be
second.
that, and I just didn't want to say yes because I was trying to think of something else. I don't want to get caught. Did he say 1 second?
Yeah,
I
I think
his
so.
internet's acting up.
Oh, I'm back.
Oh,
Welcome
cool.
back.
Uh-huh.
We've spoken
internet's-
like for an hour without you here. Where were you?
Yeah, I know, that's great. Oh wow, look at that.
Look at the
Take a
time.
shit.
Yeah, my internet keeps taking a shit, so
Ew.
that's gonna keep happening for a while.
And it keeps
yeah.
peeing in your shorts.
Taking a shit right on my chest.
Ew.
Blonde.
Oh,
That's unnecessarily graphic. Thank you.
Oh no, don't worry.
oh, that's funny.
Yeah, see that going out really put a whole damper on the me being happy thing.
Hey, what
Um,
about now though? It's been it's been a month or so.
Yeah,
still depressed.
apparently some people are still dealing with their tickets from it.
I
Really?
can imagine some people are dealing with the CrowdStrike stuff too.
Well, I am not, so haha.
That's
Womp
good.
womp.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
imagine the dealerships who had CrowdStrike and that other system.
I don't know why a dealership would have CrowdStrike, but I guess
Yeah, I
it
don't
could.
I don't think a
mean-
dealership would have CrowdStrike.
Do you know what CrowdStrike is?
I don't. I don't.
It's like it
Let me tell you
literally
about that.
detects if like there's something
It's like an
like
antivirus
bad
system,
going
kinda.
on your
No.
computer, so you
No.
should probably have
Yeah, no.
something similar to that.
Well, at
Their
least
So
we
company
don't have
has something,
CrowdStrike.
most likely.
So they'll have something similar, not necessarily that it will be CrowdStrike,
We
but I
have
would hope they would have
Malwarebytes.
something similar because like a car is like a private, like a sale like that is private. It's not like a house and property, buying property, which is a lot more public and people can just look up the information. So I'm sure that's stuff that the dealerships would want to keep safe anyway, or else
I
they're
mean-
probably gonna get a bad rep.
They have something, but I don't. It's not CrowdStrike because
Yeah.
well, at least we don't
Yeah.
have CrowdStrike because we're fine.
Or you never knew and they fixed it before. No, I'm just kidding.
No, definitely not. It takes us like 3 days to get a new computer.
No, that's pretty good compared to some places. Do your computers
Yeah.
just go out?
So you would know.
Yeah, I would know. I would know.
I would know too.
Yeah. So, Miss IT.
Yeah. Well, I
IT
just
professional.
figured out how
Yeah.
to do that stuff, so
She-
it should not
she
take
got the
longer than
certs.
3 days. I mean, it doesn't sound
Yeah.
hard, but having to do things like the way that your job wants you to do it,
Typically,
And if
doesn't
you-
not
if-
great.
yeah, if you don't have the permissions to do some things, you kind of have to just wait, which
I understand.
that
I tried to
position.
download the Jagex launcher to my
No
work computer, and
way,
it wouldn't let me.
stop.
We have we have a few things that we need to, or whenever something happens and we have to do it ourselves.
Uh-huh.
We have
Turn off and on.
OBD2 scanners for our car
Oh.
for GM vehicles.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even hear what you said. So
I just said turn it off and on.
Yeah, if we ever need to like resolve any issues with that, we have to have a admin user and password.
Mhm.
And obviously our service director, he has the admin user or password. So we just call him and say, "Hey, what's the user or password for your stuff?"
You don't remember it at this point?
Nope. I haven't had to use it in a while.
That's technically a bad practice.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Don't let your IT department know that. They're
I'm
gonna be
telling.
like, "Oh, we're gonna have to
That's
change
alright.
this, and we're gonna lock it down."
Yeah.
But that may also be a
Um,
different. That may not even be IT related. That's the little thing you plug in under the steering wheel. You said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's just we have to have admin permissions because sometimes it forces us to, or whenever we have a new one, like a fresh one out of the box, a fresh OBD2 scanner, you have to download software for it. So obviously it
Oh.
asks for admin permissions.
Wow. I didn't know. No. Interesting. No.
What do you mean interesting? You should know this.
Well, it's just usually someone from
What's
like
all
an
that studying
IT
for?
department would set it up, not you.
No,
Not you,
no,
but
no,
like
no,
not even
no.
your manager usually or whoever.
So the thing is, these aren't these OBD2 scanners suck ass, and they are very volatile, and sometimes they just kill themselves.
Nice.
Nice.
So sometimes we just have to
You
get a
just
new
like
one
me for
ordered.
real.
You just like me for real.
Wow. That's also the thing that clears all the lights on your dashboard, right?
Oh yeah.
You shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be just clearing codes. You
Well,
should probably be getting those checked out.
Nothing's wrong with my car. It sounds fine. The check engine light came on.
No, it
and
doesn't, Mariah. I've
my
driven
God.
your car. I had to drive your car for 2.5 hours. It does not sound good.
Yeah,
I don't know why it does that.
Can you tell me
3,000 RPM.
so I can figure it out?
Aren't you-
No, I can't tell you. I can't tell you because it's.
What's wrong with you?
What's
You just
wrong
want my
with me?
commission.
What's
I mean,
wrong
you just
with
want your
car?
commission.
No, I wouldn't even get that.
This
That
is-
wouldn't even go to me. We've got two separate sides. We've got main service and we got quick lube. That would go to our main service side. I wouldn't see money.
I'm never asking for help again. I'm pretty sure I was like, hey, do you know what's wrong with this? And he said no.
So,
then
I don't
that's
know,
it.
Sounds
That-
bad.
What was it for? What was it for?
The same thing, I think. Like, I think it was that same time you were driving, or the last time I was down there.
Yeah, it
Yeah, and idle, it's just so loud too. I don't know.
it sounds like a fucking lawnmower.
Oh,
That
gosh.
works. Hey, there is no check engine light on. I do have a couple
Yet.
tire pressures sensors.
Yeah, all
that-
of your TPMS sensors are out.
No, I have a couple of tire pressure sensors that work. But two of them don't, and then the other two that work are switched. So like it's reading the wrong tire. Then my windshield wipers only work on high speed, and I have to stop it at the right time, so it stops at the bottom. And
Or else it stops in the middle.
I think it's fine though. It works. I mean, I can drive. And, I mean, that doesn't affect the actual car itself.
Now.
It's
The
better. It's better
windshield
than one of
wipers
my-
and the tire pressure sensor. People used
It's
to live
better than
without
one of
tire
my
pressure
friends.
sensors. What does his car do?
He doesn't have working wiper blades. It's bent, so the blades don't actually hit the windshield. So he has
puts
to use like a
Rain-X?
squeegee.
Oh, so when mine were out, I just put Rain-X on my windshield. It worked. It worked. It was good.
Oh man.
Fucking good.
But yeah, it doesn't affect the drivability, except whatever's going on with the engine that makes it really loud. That gets.
Except the thing that powers the entire vehicle.
Yeah. No, I'll get that checked out later. I haven't had any issues. I've driven many miles on that. Many miles.
Which honestly, you
Stitching
should.
miles.
I'm surprised nothing's happened at this point. Honestly,
I just probably need to start putting better gas in it or something. I don't know.
I don't think that's
you got to put more expensive air in your tires.
Yeah.
premium
course.
air.
Dude, did you fill your blinker fluid? People
Oh,
forget
yeah,
that all the time.
I forgot. Let me go. I'll have to go to the store tomorrow and ask for some.
Oh no! Oh, sorry. Just remembering one thing. Whenever a new sales lady got hired, two of the people who have been there a while,
Do
they were
prank her?
yes.
Oh no! Oh god.
They told her to come into the quick
Oh.
lube department and ask for blinker fluid, and she did.
Oh man.
Oh, I felt so bad, but it was also really funny.
Did she quit after?
No, she's still here.
Okay. That's
I
fucking
think they
funny.
did that to my mom like, when I was a teenager. I think she told me a story like that.
That's awesome.
It's like happy birthday. Everybody knows it, you know. Everybody knows the blinker fluid.
Yeah. Even if you don't work in there.
Even if you don't work in the automotive industry, you know the blinker fluid thing.
That's so fucking funny. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't. As far as I know, if anyone has done any prank like that on me, I either have not known, or whenever I've studied, I'm pretty sure I've
It's a
questioned
conspiracy.
it, and I think they've been like, no, we're just.
Oh no,
joking
I already
around."
actually have blinker fluid in my car. I don't need any. I just replaced it.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
You should be doing that at least once a month.
Once a
It's
month?
only good for 100,000 blinks. I hope you know that.
That's why I don't use my turn signal.
You're gonna have to
You
start
know,
putting
if
that in
you
your
ever turn on your
routine
turn
maintenance.
signal and it blinks really quick, that's because you didn't fill your blinker fluid, bro.
That's so fucking
That's
funny.
good.
Yeah, well, my car works like way better than the first one I got. That was like $2,000, and like the chair was messed up, and I had to put a couch cushion behind it because it would just
What?
fall back. Yeah, I had to put a couch cushion in my back seat to prop my driver's seat back up because it would just fall backwards if.
That's
Are you talking about the meanie greenie?
Yeah, my green. Everyone else has names for my vehicle except me. Like someone
I
called
never
it the
named
green
mine either.
machine. Yeah, I know. Like it's like
It's a
I don't.
car.
Yeah, it's a car, and it's like I never had any like sports cars or cool cars, but everyone
Yeah.
else like named my vehicles. I'm like, what's wrong with you? But this was the green machine, as someone had said. It was a good little car, I guess, but yeah, it had all kinds of stuff wrong, and it was salvaged.
2002.
2001
green Ford.
No,
Oh,
2001
2001.
Ford Focus. I miss the
Hatchback
hatchback
Ford
though.
Focus.
I like hatchbacks.
I'll be right back for a second.
Okay.
Can you define what a hatchback is?
A sedan with a hatchback? I don't know. It's just
Okay.
it's like a tiny SUV. It's like a car size SUV.
Oh, I was genuinely asking.
Oh, you were
get
genuinely.
you.
Oh, like no, yeah, it's
Oh.
like a sedan, like just a normal car, but instead of like the trunk being,
Oh, it's the one that's like angled, kind of. And goes
yeah,
up. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
yeah, like the whole back just like lifts up, not just like.
I didn't
the
realize that
trunk
was its
bottom
scientific
part.
name.
Oh,
Yeah,
I can't believe you've never heard of a hatchback before.
Patchiest backiest, I believe.
Oh, now okay, I understand.
What? Oh, did
Once
you
you
find
translated it into Latin, I understood.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, my bad. I missed that. I don't really understand that language, so I just.
And you and
ignored it.
Smiley have things in common, huh?
Who does?
You and Smiley,
What things do we have in common?
autism.
Shut up.
I think I might have some sort of like very low autism.
Yeah, I think
Before I was recording, I was trying to sit down and everything just I just couldn't sit down. I had to move stuff around. Everything was bugging me.
You anxious?
No.
that's all right. I think
I just
our family has a lot of undiagnosed autism or something.
definitely.
That's all right though.
It's all right.
Or we're just like
It's
insane,
not like it's a bad
crazy.
thing.
This
Yeah,
will have
really.
no lasting effect on me at all.
I'm fine.
Why not just have 8 beers for dinner?
Tasty.
I love 8 beers.
Hey, every once
This
in a while,
beer is tasting like I need to go to the casino.
This
Every
beer's
once
tasting
in a
like I need
while-
to drive.
it's no
Yes.
bad joke.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty good.
I hear this ringing in my ears and it sounds like my car keys.
No. Hey Smellas, there's gonna be a part 2 of me talking to everyone here, so just stay tuned for that. It should be on the first of the month. So sorry I'm late on the. Just wait. You know what? You'll love it. You'll love it. Just wait for it. Thanks for listening today, guys. I really appreciate it. Everyone's awesome. Go check out The Fourth Wall. Keep talking about that a lot, but go check it out. I'm actually surprised anyone actually wants to give me money, so I really appreciate it. And if you're listening to this, then that's actually crazy. You listen this far. I hope you enjoy this royalty-free music I got from like Humble Bundle or something. It's probably, it is so epic. Like it goes like nah, nah, nah. Like that's the one I chose, of course. Yeah, but yeah, thanks a lot. We'll see you the next time on the next time I post it. Bye.
You're listening to
The Mariety Show.
The Mariety Show.
The Mariety Show.